Hey everyone, Rick here, and folks, today we are going to begin our quest to review all of the different unit types in Battlefields of Mana. And where better to begin than right here with a core unit in any army, Swordsmen. Now the unit you're looking at is a unit of Swordsmen from the Lunar Knights of the Obsidian Eclipse. What I'm going to try to do in these videos is show you a unit of both. There are equivalent units in both the Regal Guard of the Golden Solstice and the Lunar Knights. So we'll show a Lunar Knight unit first and then pop a Regal Guard unit of Swordsmen up there next. The stats are the same, it's just the models and their paint schemes which are different. And I don't know if I'll call this out in every video, but it'll be in the description of every video though, that these figures are from Alternative Armies in the United Kingdom, Scotland to be specific. Not only are the figures manufactured there, but they also will accept your commission to have them paint them for you as well. Not only that, but if you see, they're on a little movement tray. That was something I wanted to do for Battlefields of Mana, and they made that a reality as well. So they make custom base sizes, they'll base your figures, assemble your figures, paint your figures, and ship them to you. Check my main channel for the unboxing of all 1,100 plus figures that I had them commission. But enough of that. Let's get into the details of what makes a swordsman unit unique, because it's also fairly common. So what makes them stand out? Well, I have the stat card listed here as well. We're going to go through that top to bottom. So a unit of swordsmen, attack dice 2. That value is how many attack dice each figure in the front rank receives when they're battling. Or, if they're battling in the rear, battling on the side. The number of figures in contact with an opposing unit, that's how many attack dice per figure they'll get to roll. So if the swordsmen are attacking from their front, they will get 2 dice apiece for a total of 6 dice. The combat strength section is where any special abilities listed for attacks would be written out. And in this case, swordsmen do not have any special combat strength abilities. They do have an armor value of 2, which you'll probably note as we go through this series. That is fairly average. An armor value is the target number that the opponent needs to exceed in order to hit this unit. So with an armor value of 2, that means on the attack dice, the opponent needs 3s or better. Defense. This section is where any defensive special abilities will be listed. They being swordsmen, have a special ability known as parry. So parry means after the attacker has rolled their dice, removed any 2s or less, only 3s or better got through, the swordsman, as per combat rules in Battlefields of Mana, will then get to roll an equal number of defense dice as attack dice that got through. Now, if there are still any attack dice left after the defense die roll, normally those would be taken as wounds, but the swordsmen, because of their superior ability with a blade, they do have the potential to roll some parry saves. Now that is rolled on standard D6 dice, and any 6s rolled negate an additional wound. Range, of course, a unit of swordsmen do not have any ranged attack, so that range value is 0. Movement is in inches, so with one standard movement action, a unit of swordsmen can move straight ahead or wheel up to 4 inches. Moving backwards or side to side is half speed, as is moving through some difficult terrain, but a standard forward wheel, forward move is 4 inches. Of course, a unit can use both of their actions on a turn to move twice if they wish, so this unit of swordsmen could speed up the battlefield 8 inches. Now that may not seem like much until you recall that Battlefields of Mana is typically played on a 2-foot by 2-foot battlefield, so that's a decent amount. They can squeak up the battlefield about a third of the way in a single turn. Now, what I've actually loved doing lately is a 3 foot wide by 2 foot deep. So you're still 2 feet away from your opponent, but you have a wider deployment zone. So I'm loving that. But typical 2 by 2 foot is the battlefield size. And then initiative bonus of +2. So what's that mean? Well, in combat, both units get to strike. Now, initiative bonus is everything because that is going to be added to the roll of a d6 and compared to your opponent's roll. Now, there's so many initiative modifiers: being outnumbered, being panicked, which is having your unit reduced to half or less of its starting size. So the 6-man unit, once they lost 3 figures, 3 soldiers, they would then be panicked, which is a -1 modifier to initiative. I'm not going to get into all the initiative modifiers, just know that, attacking a unit's flank would give you an initiative bonus, or being outnumbered would be an initiative negative. So in this case, though, straight up, swordsmen have a +2 to their d6 initiative roll. And that's also, you'll find, pretty common. For standard infantry, you'll notice armor values of 2, movement of 4, initiative of +2 is going to be the typical thing. Health, that is health points per figure in the unit. So each figure in the unit has a health of 2. So every 2 wounds that a unit takes is a casualty. And because of the way that Battlefields of Mana is played, casualties are removed right off the base. Oh my god, this was absolutely a design choice that I knew had to be the case from day one. I wanted individual casualty removal, and these little movement templates make that happen and make it so easy. And yeah, so every 2 HP wounded that a unit takes is a casualty removed. You always remove the banner bearer last. The banner bearer in all of these units that you'll be seeing has the unit type painted right on the flag. So you'll notice a little sword there on the flag. The standard bearer the banner bearer is removed last as a casualty. That way you'll know first of all, who controls the unit. You'll see that the Lunar Knights are this purple, blue, black, kind of darker color scheme. And in most cases, on the banner bearer shield, you'll see a little crescent moon. So you'll not only see who owned the unit, but also what type of unit it was. And then we go to any additional abilities not already previously called out. Eventually we'll see some more unique abilities. In this case, though, the swordsmen don't have any. And then the cost is 2. So like most war games, when you're building your own custom army, you'll have a point value up to which you can include various units that have different point costs. So this very basic unit of swordsmen costs 2 points. Now, it's not 2 points per figure, because in Battlefields of Mana, you don't deviate the unit size any. So you can't have a 10-man unit of swordsmen. Every infantry unit in the game is 6 men strong, including 1 standard bearer, 1 banner bearer. So that unit itself, this 6-man unit you're looking at right now, is a 2-point cost to include in your army. Now we also have some special guests here. We have some swordsmen from the Regal Guard. So you'll notice, again, sword on the flag. Regal Guard color scheme is more bright, more colorful, more Renaissance-like. In this case, they all have suns painted on their shields. But this is just a cool way on the battlefield that you'll not only have various units in terms of the way the models are painted, but also different sculpts as well. So I absolutely love that. And then, of course, they all have their own stat card as well, with their own model in the picture. So, for example, the Lunar Knight Swordsman card has the Lunar Knight model, whereas the Regal Guard has the Regal Guard model. Of course, again, all the stats are the same. I think maybe I'll mention it here. I don't know how often I'll mention it in other unit review videos, but you can have up to 4 of any specific unit type in your army. So you can have up to 4 units of swordsmen, up to 4 units of any other unit type as well. All right, folks, this one ran a little probably longer than I would like, but we went over a lot of background information, especially because this is the first of this video type. But I'm excited to finally get this done. Look at those swordsmen. Those are such handsome models. Again, Alternative Armies. And this has been a look at swordsmen in Battlefields of Mana. Thank you all so much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And until next time.